Hey, welcome to
determined.
Saturday Night D&D with D and Brig. We're back with Lost and Found.
Woo!
Oh, let's see. Still making sure I got everything where it's supposed to be. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
My head hurt.
You got that head hurting going on?
Already on my way to drunk.
Aren't you kind of just always there?
Yes.
Or in proximity, I should say. Windows.
Okay, grabbing my coffee. Be right back.
Yeah. Oh, all good. That gives me another minute. This
Affy. Oh, they're there.
Notification. Oh, yeah, it's that thing. I have that set to mute. I don't. There we go. Good news, sound is coming through on Twitch. Okay, I think I'm set. Sorry for the bit of chaos there. It's been a couple weeks. Who wants to take a stab at what happened last?
I can give it a go.
Thank God a volunteer.
Where did we leave off? We were going up the spiral staircase of death. The various teams were doing various things. Team Lily and Will were making their way through a very spooky, hellish city to get to the building. They had some interesting encounters. Skipped a good amount of stuff, it sounds like.
Those high stealth rolls, man, they were killing me.
Those high rolls. Our team did
Okay,
a
I burned
fantastic job climbing the staircase. I dropped my stick at one point, and that had some interesting consequences that we'll probably, we probably won't get around to that again. It's no big deal, right? Yeah, no, we got what we needed. We jumped down a garbage chute.
I got turned into.
we're
What did we decide I got turned into?
Are you
Because it
like
was
a
a
rat
roach,
or a
and then it turned
roach?
into something else.
I think you're a roach.
I'm currently a blue roach.
I think so.
With tiny scales.
And we're going to Garbage Town. And Team Lawyers are having an epic law battle. Blaskin interrogated a shrub corn. Yeah.
Blaskin did interrogate a corn.
That was really funny.
He had it draw some pictures.
Mm-hmm.
For the blood god?
For the cornflakes.
That'd actually be a really great threat for you to make against a plant. I'm going to turn you into fucking cereal.
That's going to have to be somebody else. Blaskin would never hurt a plant like that.
No, we're already on the borderline of Blaskin's ability to traumatize plants.
What does Blaskin think happens when he gives us vegetables to eat?
Name literally one time I've given you vegetables to eat.
You gave me a cinnamon apple.
That's a fruit.
Okay, same question, but for fucking fruits. You fucking pedant.
Looks like you couldn't name a time where I gave you vegetables.
We'll make a lawyer out of you yet, you son of a bitch.
You were growing vegetables back at the house, weren't you? You were trying to do. You had more than just
It
apples.
was Jack
growing.
that was asking. Stay out of this, Brandon.
Yep, I'll stay over here in my lane. Oh, look, the border. Never mind. Okay, that's good. Yes, so I don't know how to keep track of this. Your sheet here. Gumbo, do you have blue dice?
Kind of.
Oh, never mind. Everybody's got
I'm
a
back.
blue icon on there. It's a different colored
Average
icon on
yellow.
everybody's sheet when I look at like the roll ability button. I don't know if it's part of the upgrade or not. But it matches the color of my dice, so maybe that's the problem. Okay. I don't know where to store or keep track of. We'll figure that out. Gumbo, however you want to keep track of that, go ahead and mark that you have 1 luck point for recapping us
So fast.
and doing a pretty thorough job.
Nice.
All right, so yes, we've got the city team of Will and Lily and y'all having made their way. You guys were closely approaching the kind of horizon dominating tower where your teammates have been inside the judge's apartment, having successfully made it out of the maze trap item, the housing for the MacGuffin, the magical artifact, the Vox Populi whispering stick. They've got it in their possession. Gumbo and Wavosh have now shimmied down the garbage chute. Yes, Wavosh is a bug on her shoulder or in her pocket or taking a ride somehow. And then Lucky and Jeff. Yeah, I guess that's all that's left. Lucky and Jeff are still in the judge's chambers. And we've got Blaskin and Flint still going back and forth. Not so much back and forth. It's I think the last point was Blaskin versus Korn, and Flint was happy to just kind of let that speak for itself.
We had actually gotten to a point where we were reaching terms. The corn interview was already over.
Right after the judge had also cast Speak with Plants to be able to understand what was going on there.
We did the Speak with Plants with the judge, and then we cut to everyone else. And when we got back, it was we were discussing like contractual renegotiation.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were using the judge's expertise.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Actually, let me pull up because I had. What would that be? Images, maps, lost and found.
Hey, what's up, Techno?
Trial meter. There's trial meter. Right. You guys had moved 1 point down, but
You know, I just realized I've got Will and Lily, separated there. I should just call it Willie.
Okay, so that's where you guys were at in the trial room.
Oh, I know what the fucking problem is. Duh.
What's up? Oh. Oh my god, you're still trying to connect. It works now. Welcome back. Okay, so let's give you 4 different groups at this point. I have done this to myself. Busting out pen and paper here.
Okay.
There we fuck.
Okay. Do we... Okay. D4 says, Lucky. You and Jeff are still there in the judge's chambers. You're not looking super hot. Jeff is also not looking super hot.
Yeah, we got a little
but-
close to you a couple times.
Yeah. Gumbo has just disappeared down the trash chute with Wabash in tow. What is y'all's next move?
We've got to, I guess, just try to get out of here complete. Well, one, how long for our shift to be over or whatever?
Technically, you guys would have been in here. So the amount of time you've spent here is, I want to say, like we're maybe pushing like an hour and a half tops. So like this was supposed to be like a half day to the most of a day, depending on how long it took, or what kind of messes were in there, or how much paperwork people wanted to kind of overachieve and try and help with. But there also wasn't anyone like monitoring to like, okay, you can't leave. But if you were to yeah, we could just say that, you know, this is kind of the information that you would have tried to glean from Jeff on the way over in the first place to kind of prep. They expect you to be busy through like a good chunk of the day.
Do we know if anybody checks in on us at all or at intervals? And what those would be?
So it's kind of deviously set up to be about like autonomy and self-policing, and do you do a good job if nobody's watching, and we won't tell you if anybody's watching specifically.
Okay, then,
Sounds legit.
I'm just gonna try to like, let's just get out of here. If we're not checked on, then let's just saturate the area with our absence.
Yeah, Jeff is still his robes have seen better days. This is probably the messiest they've ever been and the most burnt. So he's really not going to put up much of an argument.
I'll use prestidigitation to try to clean us up as best we can. At least the clothing.
Okay.
I'm not going to heal us, but at least try to give the appearance of being okay.
Yeah. So all the soot stains are gone. There's still like physical damage to some of the garments, but they've effectively been like laundered now. So there's kind of very clean but frayed gaps in some of like the bottom hems, and like his elbow patch is missing, things like that. You guys still look a bit beat up and haggard, but at least you don't look dirty.
I don't remember. Is Jeff? Is he a caster? Like a wizard or mage? Or...
I don't think you've seen him cast anything.
You wouldn't happen to know mending by chance, would you? At least kind of patch up these clothes.
Let's see if he knows mending. High or low?
Always low. It's not percentiles.
I'm just flipping a coin.
I know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no, sorry. I used to pay somebody to do that for me.
Yeah, pretty handy. I need to pick that up myself. Which is the best way we can go to leave this area and not draw eyes upon us?
Well, I definitely wouldn't suggest going straight into the judge's courtroom. So
yeah,
I guess
we should skip that.
well, I guess yeah, I'm not gonna go out that window. I vote back through the door we came in.
Okay, let's go. So we're gonna try to just work our way out.
Okay. What would that be?
Is
Go
there
ahead
any
and-
areas
so-
we know that we can get to a point where we can safely cast spells?
I don't think you've gotten the vibe anywhere that you're not allowed to cast spells.
Yeah, well, we're worrying about drawing attention because of anything being set off or wards that aren't like if we turned invisible, what doesn't matter because we know they've got certain wards in areas or cancellations or anything like that.
So based on what you knew coming in here, you want to at least get out of his apartment before
correct.
you try and.
Yeah, I knew that much.
But past that, the hall you came into, you didn't see anybody there. The entrance was kind of automated based on the badges that you guys carried. So, I mean, just getting out into the hallway, the elevator attendant was in the elevator carriage. So if you guys, I mean, if you're already set on, okay, let's go ahead and leave first, it's pretty plain to see that, there's nobody in the actual like hallway approach if you just wanted a space to kind of prep, cast anything without just drawing direct attention.
I'm
Or
just looking a bit for us to try to use as to aid us in getting out, like greater invisibility or anything like that. I'm not sure where we can avoid interacting with other people.
go ahead and give me an insight roll. So you noticed on the way in that there's like, the how do I want to say this? Like the level of importance and self-importance of a lot of the crowd that was moving through the halls of this like court building in the first place. It's relatively easy to not draw attention because
beneath it.
everyone's so self-absorbed.
Okay, yeah. Then will this be just casual?
Casual, right? Got it.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
In that case, I think that would be. Hold on, let me check. You can either make this a. Either a deception roll or a stealth roll to just not risk doing anything significantly outlandish on the way out.
I will do stealth.
Yeah, that's right on the line. I think that's going to mean you guys. That's right around where I was looking. It's like a borderline. So. It's going to tie you up a little bit extra in time to get out because there's, unfortunately, the route that you take once you get to the bottom of the elevator, there's like a huge kind of tour group vibe. You can't tell if it's like a new batch of interns or something that's effectively blocking the entire hallway, and they're kind of pointing out different things like along the walls, different statues, and some paintings and tapestries, and they're like numbering the different doors as the guide points things out, and so they scan right past you, and you're like, okay, we're gonna go and like turn back around and go the other way, look busy really quick. So you kind of end up. You close the door behind you, and you're just kind of chilling and calming down in effectively like a filing closet. There's just big boxes of like paperwork and vellum and parchments, while the crowd kind of moves along.
Yeah, so not a problem. Just work good. Doesn't matter on time, as long as we get out.
Okay.
Clean.
So we'll leave you guys paused in the records closet. Let's move over to Gumbo and Uvash. You are collecting some new flavors and aromas on your way down the garbage chute.
Luckily, I'm a beetle or a cockroach, so I don't mind so much.
Just let me make sure I know where you are, because if I accidentally squish you, that's going to be really, really bad.
Violently erupting into a lizard.
The blue scaled cockroach is doing its best to stay on your shoulder.
Yep, perfect.
Balancing act.
It isn't a free fall. You were almost uncomfortably too large for the vent in the first place, so you're able to kind of shimmy your way down, control the descent. It like banks at different angles where you can tell it's kind of following the structure of the building, and other chutes are kind of connecting. Give me a dexterity save real quick as you hear tink, and something is coming down from above you.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Would you like
Do I
to
have to make this check, or is this just for...
I am not within 30 foot of you. I cannot help you, man.
Uvash, I think you're fine.
Wait. I'm no, I'm gonna save it. Go
I
ahead.
feel like I'm about to not be fine because my ride's about to get bogged.
Okay. So you look up just in time to see like a partially damaged, like metal-looking canister bouncing off of the different walls of the chute as it's coming down towards you. Unfortunately, you don't roll high enough to somehow deflect it or kind of hug one side of the chute. It comes straight down on top of you for 6 bludgeoning damage, and yeah, that was really bad. The canister breaks, which means you're also taking 9 acid damage as this kind of caustic, sweet-smelling but caustic contents that were still left in this container start just kind of coating the walls and kind of hit you like all over one shoulder.
That's gross. What was that? You okay? Yeah, you're okay.
It was Baja Blast.
Do my best
Okay,
to clean up briefly.
Yeah, it's thankfully nothing else that you've run into so far is actually doing any damage to you, other than maybe your morale. The rest of the contents of the walls have been benign, Give me one more. This will be athletics or acrobatics to make the rest of the descent, unless you want to do something novel to try and help make it down safely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Levitate. That is a 10-minute duration.
Okay.
I can use the walls to help move around, but I can go up and down at will.
Okay, fair enough. So you go ahead and cast Levitate, and now you've got kind of space station movement, effectively. You're just kind of like pushing off the walls to shoot yourself downward. How fast do you move when you're levitating? "20 feet per turn." You can change the target's altitude.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else in there that says you would descend faster or not.
It might slow me down a little bit, but it will be safer.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do real quick math here. I'm just curious if like it runs out before you get to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
You're going 20 feet per round and 6 seconds, and it lasts for 10 minutes. That's 10 rounds per minute, so... what am I doing? I'm getting lost here. 60 rounds at 20 feet. 1,200 feet. I mean, it's a pretty freaking big building. I'll hand wave and say we'll split the difference, and that'll get you just to the bottom of the shaft safely at that descent speed. But you make it without any further damage. Nobody else seems to be throwing anything away in the next 10 minutes. And you reach, like, there's definitely a more intense smell than what was in the garbage chute starting to reach you as you finish that 10-minute float. And there's no light coming from below, but as you reach kind of that exit to the chute, you're able to pause and scan around a little bit. It's dark, but there's weird radiant heat coming off of the area below. And you hear just like rustles of like, there's metal clinking, there's kind of stone grinding, there's like the rustle of like the wind coming through, there's some like paper, plastic crinkling. If they've got plastic, I don't know. It's another plane. Lots of like just kind of